Can't beat a bit of German. Hello, hammerheads. Thanks for tuning in. You know, wasn't going to do a rant or anything like that today. You know, I was in a good mood this morning. But something caught my eye and pissed me the fuck off. The front page of this shit. I mean, for fuck's sake. Oh man, turn that fucking shit down.
It's down now.
Down? If that's quiet, I built the fucking Great Wall of China. Fuck. Anyway. Front page of this fucking free Metro paper, right? Devious and hate-filled. Yep. Mosque terrorist found guilty. Extremism drove him to kill. A bigoted terrorist. Notice how they emphasise the word terrorist. Because he's white. A bigoted terrorist was yesterday convicted of an attack on Muslims that left 1 dead and 12 injured. Darren Osborne was found guilty by jury in under an hour after mowing down the men with a van near a mosque in Finsbury Park, North London. Bloody, 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 blah, right? Now, that incident has had, I'm sick of hearing about it. The amount of press coverage it's had, it's unbelievable. It's been going on for fucking months. Darren Osborne this, Darren Osborne that, and even Tommy Robinson, even he's been friggin' blamed for it now. See, a very, 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 very extremely rare occasion like this, when a white person, emulates, copies exactly what the Muslim terrorists have been doing, what they've perfected, for months and months and months now with, the vans and the cars and the 4x4s. He just did a copycat killing and killed 1 Muslim. All these Muslims, in a way, they've killed, a lot of people, injured a lot of people. And that was always the same thing. It was like, he was alone, he was acting alone, and he had mental health problems. No mention of terrorists. That word wasn't mentioned ever. All these atrocities. Manchester, Westminster, the list is endless, just in England alone. Oh no, they weren't terrorists. They were mentally ill people. But a white man does it. It's like, he's a terrorist, he's a bigot, he's a hate-filled white supremacist. Don't get me wrong now, I'm not saying what he did was good or clever or anything. It was a fucking stupid thing to do, what he did. Murder is murder, no matter what, right? But it's the left-wing press, the left-wing media, the left-wing fucking government bastards like Jeremy Corbyn. He was Finsbury Park, for Christ's sake. That mosque, right? It's an that's where they radicalise people. I wouldn't be surprised if a fucking bomb-making factory, and there's evidence to suggest what I've just said is true. you know, they get funding from Saudi Arabia. Well, that's just Finsbury. The rest of them, you know. Turn that fucking shit down, will you?
Down!
For God's sake. Oh, fuck me. No, down, not fucking up. Christ. Can't hear myself fucking farting here. Yeah, Finsbury Mosque. I've been reading about that over the last few months anyway, you know. It's mentioned in here quite a bit. Like I say, 2 wrongs don't make a right. But it's just, why emphasise the word terrorist and racist and all this? Because he's white. That's more indoctrination to our nation, to our culture. It's like white people are bad. You know, am I going to end up coming out with shit soon like fucking Eminem? I'm ashamed to be white. I don't think so. I am who I am. I am what I am. I'm not going to do a Michael Jackson, and he must have been ashamed to be black. Because he turned into a white man, didn't he? What's going on in this fucking country? The government, the left-wing government, well, the one's as bad as each other, apart from UKIP. They've got the priorities all upside down, back to front, fucking inside out, all over the fucking place, but in a normal place. You know, what's it going to be like in fucking 20 years from now? Hopefully I'll be fucking dead. I'll shoot myself in 10 years if I'm still alive. Well, fucking hell. That's getting fucking louder. What the fuck, man?
Down!
Fucking down. Fucking Jesus Christ. Life's depressing enough as it is. Fucking forensic detectives or fucking the FBI files or what the fucking else he's watching in there. I don't know. But I'm fuck. But honestly, yep. It's a crime to be white now. I feel guilty. You know, if I took a trip to London, I'd feel guilty walking down the street or going to the shop because I'm white. Any of the major cities, apart from, well, Newcastle hasn't been affected too badly, apart from that child grooming ring lately. Yeah, well, it's spreading, isn't it? You know, people use that term Islamophobia, Islamophobe, xenophobe. You're even using paedophobe now. No, because that's being normalised. In 10 years, 15 years' time, paedophiles will be allowed to do what they do, commit their vile acts. That's what's happening now in a so-called liberal society. Everything wrong is going on. But, you know, the far left, they're too stupid, you know, walking around with the Jeremy Corbyn t-shirts on. They're too bloody stupid to delve any deeper, to see what's really happening. It's like some kind of fucking mass experiment that's going on, created by the government. They started it like, I don't know, about 15, maybe 20 years ago, with the mass immigration and stuff like that. No, let's not just this government, but across Europe. And it's like, let's see if it works or not. Where are all the scapegoats? Where are all the fucking lab mice? Us lot. Well, who cares? The governments don't care about the citizens. None of them. The only one who gave a shit was fucking Nigel fucking Farage. And he did a runner because he was getting death threats because he fucking got us out of the fucking EU. We're not even out of it yet. Probably never will get out of it at this rate. Fucking hell, Theresa May. I've seen more speed than a fucking snail on heroin. What you fucking doing, for crying out loud? Anyway, I know I'm going off on one. But it's just, it really fucking annoyed me that, because it should be across the board. If they're going to call him a terrorist for killing one Muslim and injuring a few others, why not call him who killed all them kids at the Manchester Arena a terrorist? No, but they didn't, did they? No, they didn't. They said he was alone, he had mental health issues, blah-de-blah, you know how the drill goes. Just so happens, which, you know, this is what the media couldn't hide in the end, he was working for a huge terror organisation. Yeah, his parents were Libyan, you know, immigrants. His whole family was arrested, and I believe half the fucking street where he lived was arrested as well. That's what came out in the wash in the end. You get one lone white man who does something like that, and he's only copying what these have done. He's like, he's a terrorist. But, you know, all these real terror acts, they're not terrorists. They're just poor, sad people who, you know, got lost on the way in life and, you know, took to... Some people take to alcohol, some people take to drugs, some people kill themselves, like he did, but he took everyone else with him as well. Oh, he was just a sad, lonely man. No, he wasn't. Very organised indeed. They all are. They always are. They always will be. That, sadly, is the way of the world. This PC fucking brigade is gonna kill us all off in the end. Will do. I mean, some of the things I see and read, and I'll tell you something now. Is that fucking shit still that's gonna go down now, like, look at that, fucking on there.
Internet's
Fucking
gone
2
down.
fucking minutes and that.
Internet's gone down, John.
Where?
Here. Oh, you still on?
It's not fucking mine, is it?
Sexual abuse.
For fuck's sake!
Post-traumatic stress disorder from the side effects of that abuse. Jeremy suffered from both bipolar disorder and schizophrenia.
Will mine fucking not down? Turn the cunt down, will you? Yeah, we're all screwed. We're all fucked. That's it. Goodbye, freedom. Hello, Sharia law. God only help us if Jeremy Corbyn wins the election and he becomes the new Prime Minister of England. Oh, I mean, I don't think that will happen. And do you know why? Because the far left don't vote. For 2 reasons. 1, they're too fucking lazy. And they probably don't know how anyway. And 2, They don't believe in voting. They hate democracy, so they will not vote. And that's why they're all crying into the pot noodles and the frosty jacks, because, you know, when we left, we won the vote to leave the EU. Because they didn't want to vote. Oh, I'm not voting, I don't believe in it. So they've only got themselves to blame. And that's why I don't think Jeremy Corbyn will ever come to power, because these useless bastards are too fucking lazy. You know, I don't know. It's one hell of a crazy world we're living, isn't it? And guess what? It's only going to get worse. A whole lot worse. And even worse than that, we need someone with balls to run this country. Someone like Donald Trump. He's been branded a racist, a sexist, this, that, the other thing. Because he's honest. He won't take any fucking shit. He's a self-made billionaire. And a lot of the funding comes out of his pocket. You know? Not like Obama. Borrowing fucking money here, there, left, right and fucking centre. It's getting worse. And now the F1 girls are getting scrapped. I'll have to talk about that separately, because it's getting ridiculous now, this. I think I'll go in there and turn the fucking TV off, because it's doing my head in. See ya.